glad y'all are able to see that now. But now let's get into the meat of this, right? Let's talk about the Infinity Studios, boy. We were just talking about Justice League and all that. Let's talk about this bad boy right here, right? So we got the Superman life-size one-to-one bust from Infinity Studios and Penguin Toys. I keep forgetting that part. And Penguin Toys, right? This is shipping next year, February to June. This is probably about roughly a year out. The price, the price is hefty. 4,500 is a little bit more than what we're used to, right? Normally they hover at the 3,900, 4,000 range, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, cause they put like arms and they almost put like the whole upper body. I'm not sure if like this is more expensive. Is it? How much is the Harley and the Mara?
That's a good question. Let's see if they let's see. Ben Affleck, I mean Arthur Fleck was 3,800. Harley was 4,000. Joker 4,000. Ben Affleck 2,750. Catwoman 3,700. The other Superman bus 3,100. The Aquaman, where it's like his damn near his own torso, is 3,755. But that was quite some time ago, so it might be a little bit more expensive now. The
Let me
mirror
pull
was
up the recent.
4,000.
Yeah. Seems like this is higher than because I know Harley and Mara are like the most recent ones, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or some of the most recent. I know Catwoman is also somewhat recent. So this is pretty close to those, but it's still like higher than them by like for like $500, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Maybe I don't think it's a likeness thing. I mean, to me personally, this is just my opinion. This is the best looking one that they've put out. To me, I feel like
Especially with an expression on his face.
yes. I'm sorry, but I think it's perfect. Like I can't find a problem with it. I'm sorry. Y'all can shoot me in the comments and say whatever you want to say. Oh, Astro's an idiot. Hey, it is what it is. I think this likeness is like perfect. Like I can't find a flaw with it, honestly. And the pictures are doing it justice. Like this is cinematic. Like this is like that looks like that's him
Hmm.
posing. Like that's kind of crazy.
I think it looks better with the heat vision lights on. When they're
Mm-hmm.
off, it doesn't look quite right. And I don't, the hair, this is something that always bothers me on these pieces. Whenever they try to do a hair that's not pulled back and flat against the hair, or like, right, or they don't have some kind of headgear on it, it always
Mm-hmm.
looks weird. The hair always looks weird. It's like it's really hard to do punched hair and make it look natural because that you know how like you have a kind of like transition in the hair, like it shouldn't just be like very thick and then at the edge it's like there's barely anything. It should
Mm-hmm.
be like a soft transition, right?
Like a
And you don't,
fade.
yeah, yeah, but you don't get that with these. It's just like a harsh line for the hairline, and it always looks very unnatural, like the person's wearing a toupee or something. And the only time you don't get that is when the hair is like pulled back and it's kind of like along the edge, where like that harsh line makes sense because their hair is pulled back. But on something like this, it always looks weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Likeness is really strong on this. Crazy thing is though, I think when they first teased this a long time ago and it was only in black and white before they painted it, it looked
Mm-hmm.
better than painted.
Really?
Yeah, the sculpt is phenomenal. It's I think the thing that's making me feel like uncertain is the paint. And it's probably around the lower half of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe a little too gray.
I can't see it. I see it's like almost like a 5 o'clock shadow on the beard area.
Yeah,
Just
no,
just
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Look at the vein. Look at the neck. Like that's crazy.
it is. Like the sculpt is there definitely. I think the thing that's like making me uncertain is it's just a few things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the paint isn't awful or bad in any way. It's just there's something about if you don't get the complexion right when you're trying to paint it, it won't look like the person.
Mm.
And I feel like it's just a bit off. Show us the portrait, and some, especially around the eyes too. The heat vision when it's on, it fixes that. When it's off, he looks weird. It's kind of like he has dark circles around his eyes,
I see that now. You're right.
right?
It does. It does look. It looks like his eyes, like it's almost like eyeshadow or something. Like it's like a little.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah, it's
dark.
like yes, and I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the light, the eyes lighting up. Maybe they had to do something, and
Nah,
you don't think?
it's just how they painted it. They painted the like lids like around the recess. They just painted around the socket. They just painted it like darker, and
Got
it's
it.
like
Okay.
it's those that kind of change. It can really mess with what a statue should look like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think that's one of the issues. So if I was getting this, definitely always keep the heat vision on because that kind of fixes that issue. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
not kind of, it makes it so you don't notice it all. But
Mm-hmm.
when that's not on, you can see his eyes look kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at his hair from the side, I think they need to get better stylists for the hair. Like
So yeah, so if I didn't notice it before, but if I look at this picture and this picture, I see what you're saying. Where like normally it's like a little faded. Now it's like it's not like that. It looks a little crazy on the side, like coming down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like they didn't
I
layer
see
it
that.
properly when they were cutting it. It's like
Yeah,
it's like you got this long piece of hair from the front that you just flattened on to the side.
right.
It's like I think they need to get like a proper barber to do the shit. Like, if I was to
Mm-hmm.
get this statue, right, and I had like fuck you money, I would take this to a stylist. Like a stylist is really good, and I'll get her to like or him to like really plus the hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you leave it like that, it kind of looks like Nicolas Cage's hair. Yeah, he wanted to be Superman.
Yeah. Oh my god. But like, look at that. This looks freaking amazing with the heat vision on. It
Yeah.
works.
It
Yeah.
works, man. They nailed it on the heat vision.
Yeah.
At 4,500, would you guys consider getting it?
F no.
No, I don't collect this scale. It doesn't appeal to me. No
Mm.
matter how good the likeness is, I don't think there's any actor I want at this scale.
So.
I can still buy like J&D, some pieces here and there because it's
Mhm.
1/3. It's not too huge, but like this scale, nah, it's not for me.
I would so the only bus I truly consider it well actually two busts. The one was the first Thanos from Queen Studios.
I agree.
The first one, with not with the gauntlet, the first one.
Hmm.
The second one I honestly consider, and I think it actually got canceled. I don't think it's ever gonna get made, is the 1-to-1 Dark Side
Mm.
from Queen Studios. The
Queen Studios to the dark side? Didn't even know.
Yes, but it's they never made it. Like it never even got painted. But there was a picture of the owner of the company sitting next to the dark side, like it's like the print. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before it's painted,
Before
and
Spain.
it looks awesome. That dark side
Hmm.
looks crazy. But I already knew I probably wasn't gonna get it because it was probably gonna be just looking at it. That thing
Hmm.
looks like at least it's gonna be 5 grand at least. That's
Yeah.
that's before we talk about shipping.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was like, yeah, ain't no way in the hell I'm getting that. But
Yeah. I love that.
but
I love
but
that Thanos you're talking about. I
yeah,
love that
yeah.
Thanos. I'm mad I didn't. I didn't. I don't think I was collecting that size at that time anyway. So, but
No,
I
I
also
wasn't. I
love. I
wasn't
also
either.
love the other Superman though. The one I'd get that. The one that this company did, but the blue one. That's more
Open his
comic version.
shirt.
No.
Where he's ripping his shirt like this.
The one they just revealed. Um, It's comic version. He's got his arms crossed. Have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah, I seen it. We gonna talk about that. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk about that.
that
Yeah.
I'm considering that one.
It's a bust.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show it to you, but
Damn, I've been out of the loop.
I got it in the pictures. We'll look at it here in a little bit. But final thoughts on this piece, man. What do you guys give this piece 1 out of 10?
8.
8. Okay. Buck gives it an 8.
Solid
What
8.
you give it, Trey?
I give it a 7.5, 7.5 to 8.
7.5. Okay. I give it a damn, this is good. I give it a 8.7. And the reason I say 8.7 is because I took off some points for the hair. Because they the hair isn't quite right. It could be better. And also too, whenever the heat vision is not on around the eyes, I notice the darkness. It does look a little weird. So I took some points off for that too. But outside of those two main things, I'm good with the entire thing.
I think it's really hard for these companies to do shorter hair. Is what I've noticed. The only
Mhm.
time I've seen them do it well, on like across all the companies that are using silicone,
Mhm.
or at least I won't even say well. The best I've seen is that J&D Bale. Like his hair looks crispy, right? But even then, the hairline, he has a funny ass hairline, you know. And I, but I would say that's the best styled hair I've seen, on a silicone piece. Generally, they struggle with like the shorter hair, all of them. The best long hair portrait is probably the Loki from Queen, I think.
That Loki is freaking perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect. I think that's the best likeness and bust like you get. Like it's perfect. Yeah.
My man, what's going on, big dog? Sonny. Piggy for 4,500, they better send an actual living and breathing Henry Cavill. Yo,
Yeah.
that's crazy. You right about that though. 4,500. No. It's not even 4,500. It's 4,500 plus the shipping. Ship his ass, put him on a plane, and ship him to my house. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's
know.
not all, man. And if you buy a free slideshow, they're gonna drop the tax on you. So
Yeah.
Oh man.
it's I don't know, man.
Yeah. Listen, ship his ass to the house. He gonna come stay at my house for a little bit. We're gonna chill, talk about super. We're gonna talk about Justice League. We're gonna talk about everything for 4,500.
Yeah.
Shoot, and
That's
and
your
I'm and I'm
business
having
model.
him on the show too. We getting on live too. Yeah. Come on, yeah, for 4,500, you getting on this live stream. Yeah, that's what we doing for 4,500. Let's see. Luke says, just notice the cape. Is that going to be a whole cape going to the side? No. That's like theatrics. That's not like
I'm
they
not even
did that
sure
for
if it's
pictures.
proposed. Yeah, they
Yeah, they
probably
just
did that
did.
for picture.
They did that for pictures.
'Cause the only way to do that would be if it was wired, and I don't think it'll be wired.
No, it's that's how it's gonna look.
But yeah,
That's
I
how
don't
it's
think it's a
gonna look.
full cape either. If it'll
No,
go
it's
to the
like
ground,
a
no.
half cape or
Yeah,
a
just be
quarter
happy.
cape or something. Yeah, it's not the full cape.
Yeah, man, look at that though. Like when you look at it from a distance like that, that's really imposing.
It
Long
is.
silhouette.
But here's the only problem though. I really like bus, but it's something about the bus with arms. It kind of is. It gets a little too weird for me. Like I couldn't see myself purchasing this and then putting it in my house and then like seeing this all the time. Like it's kind of weird to me a little bit. It's impressive though. Like I said, this is probably one of the best busts I've seen. With that Loki that we were just talking about. This one. There was another one that was really, really good. But these likeness and that type of stuff, this is top tier. But it's just like I just can't. It's too top tier. Like it's too good. Like I can't look at Henry Cavill in my face doing like this, like Superman light. Like it's just nah, man. It's too much.
Yeah.
So um Okay, so all right, cool. That does it for this